you in my sights.
And we say bye-bye!
No, that's a lot of damage!
Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Pabloon, aka Pabloon. Today we are taking a look at the Tier 8 Cataluña Spanish heavy cruiser. Came out in 7.3 along with the rest of the tech line, but it seems everyone kind of forgot. I understand why people forgot, because these cruisers didn't really impress anyone. But I am determined to play them. As you know, I have to play all cruisers, and I've really started to like this Tier 8 here. Cataluña is an actually really good version of these Spanish ships. The burst fire pays off, the shells penetrate where they should, and it's quite maneuverable and has a good amount of versatility and utility. So I've played a little bit of this. I'm started grinding it, only at 65,000 XP right now. I don't have the camo. I don't intend to buy a camo for Tier 8, but I thought it would look good for the purpose of the video. We need 5 battles for 5 wins for getting the first thing here and then continuing down. So I hope you guys enjoyed the intro montage I had there. I played this thing and recorded every clip. And I'm going to show you my stats in it, because I actually think this thing is pretty darn good. I've only lost 1 battle, and the reason we lost that battle is because there were 3 AFKs in my team, and the CV I had was way back in the corner. I averaged before that game, because I only got 30k. I averaged around 80,000 average damage. We're kind of getting up again, but the average damage is not to say, oh, look how good I am. It's more of a, this thing can actually do damage. That's what I'm trying to say. I had a lot of fun with this and a 90% win rate. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys one of the games I had, and I want to talk about, the future of this line. What do I think about these ships in general, and what are my thoughts on going to Tier 9 and 10? Because I know Tier 9 and 10 are going to be much harder. We are running the Special Commander Alvaro Cortez. We only have him level 6, so he's not really up there yet. We do have Daredevil, which is an absolutely nice skill to have on these ships, just saying. For the elite bonus, I'm running Main Battery Traverse. This is very nice to have, because if you want to cycle through your torpedoes on your left and right side, it's good to have your guns follow you too. And along with Daredevil Plus, that makes you turn even faster, well, it's nice to have. The AA, don't really worry about it. I didn't see my AA do anything most of the time. And the really nice skill is this thing right here. And you're going to see some pretty good usage of it in this game. Along with a nice Citadel Strike, or Cit Crisis. So you also get sonar, which is really good. And here's the burst. The reload time is 24.2 seconds. And yeah, you really gotta get used to using this thing, because I fucked up sometimes when I played these games, you know. Almost got the reload done, and then I was too eager and I had to wait another 24 seconds. That is not very good. But yeah, enough talking. Let's just hop right in and check out this game. Now, this game right here is gonna be commentated post-game, because I was just chilling, just playing. And I thought I would pick this game because I got, you know, some really nice burst salvos. We went flanking, and it overall went really well. So, playing here on Trident, I like this map quite a bit, and we're gonna go to the A side over here. We're gonna go flanking quite a bit because I want to catch some broadsides. That is really where you shine with these ships. Is you're either gonna be hanging back all alone with the battleships, you know, sitting using your scouting plane, or you're gonna be flanking, because you're not gonna be a playmaker in the caps. You're not gonna be doing that sort of stuff. Your reload is 11 seconds with just a normal single shot salvo. So it's pretty long for only having 9 guns, and these are 203mm guns, but they actually hit pretty hard. Now, if you want to get close, you have your torpedoes to do that. And of course, you're equipped with quite a few skills, such as sonar and DFA, to help you out in most cases. We start out here with this shield, and like you saw in the montage, guys, I say to show your stern to the enemy as soon as you can. Because where you really shine with these Spanish cruisers, and this goes for all the ones that have a scouting plane. I believe that's maybe down to tier 7. I know tier 7 has one. But anyways, the reason you're doing this is because that's your major advantage. Many of the cruisers you face at tier 8 here, or any of the other tiers, won't be able to reach out at those distances that the scouting plane can. Now, I don't know what happened to this shield. He started lagging, and yeah. Would you believe it, guys? This guy got 0 damage. 0 damage. Even in shield, that's quite impressive. But that is just to say that, you know, a pushing pushing Cataluña with backing up like this Scharnhorst and the other BB with me, it's quite powerful. So we're gonna engage this Oregon City and point our bow towards this Helena, because Oregon City is the one that could deal the most damage to me. And notice I am staying close to my Scharnhorst all the time, because you don't want to be isolated in these things. I had a game where I was fighting, it was mostly bots, but I met a Tirpitz and 3 Gneisenau bots on my flank, and I was completely alone. Now, because they were bots and this Tirpitz player was probably pretty new, I did survive. But it was only by the skin of my teeth. I had to dodge all the time, couldn't really do damage, and this thing becomes very, very vulnerable when you know, push up too hard. A salvo from a battleship is not something you want in this thing. That being said, they are pretty tanky, at least the tier 8 here. Castilla is where it gets really hard, and the tier 9, because you go up against stuff like St. Vincent and Yamato, Slava. So, for the Cataluña, you're actually quite comfortable, especially because you can get down tiered into tier 7, which I was lucky enough to do most of the day. So you see the conjunction here with the torps and the guns. The torps are running into this Helena. I don't remember if he's gonna get hit by 1 or 2, but you have a pretty good torp range. So using them in conjunction with your guns is super important. Now they just barely ran out, but you can see me here contemplating: should I use the burst? Should I not use the burst? Only use the burst if you have a DD who's half HP, and you know you can hit him with all shells almost. And only use the burst when you either are gonna disengage, so you can't shoot anymore at the target, then you might as well shoot two salvos, right? Or if in this situation the Helena is very, very low. Now I actually don't think we killed the Helena here because he was popping a heal, but my teammate's over there, so he is gonna be dead anyways. And you can also see we're kind of disengaging from the Helena. We're getting out of the range, so there's no reason for me to, you know, spare my burst salvo. So these are some of the really interesting things about playing these Spanish cruisers, and even though they're, you know, not the best ships, I quite enjoy it. I also do enjoy Castilla. It's really just a big learning curve, and I'm not saying they're good ships, that's not what I'm saying, guys, but I know there's some people out there that actually really want to play them just like I do. And I think you guys are going to appreciate these types of videos, because I don't think there's a lot of Spanish cruiser content out there. Don't worry, I will also do a Cruisers of Blitz on Castilla, but I don't know when that's gonna happen, guys. I can't promise anything. Here we see the California. Quite a dangerous ship to be facing. Hits hard, quite precise. And you saw just a teeny tiny amount on our stern just took out a gun and a little bit of our health. You don't want to be shown broadsides, and you can see that's why I'm kind of always turning, trying to figure out, is this guy aiming at me? We sent him off a burst salvo there. We didn't quite get him. I think if we had gone full pins, we could have killed him. But now we get to the creme de la creme, guys. This is where you really want to be using your bursts, because what the burst is good at, and really good at, guys, is if everybody on your team is trying to get the CV, right? He's all alone, he's showing broadside. You know the battleships at some point, if you don't get that guy down, for example now, if a battleship shoots this ranger now, I will not get the kill. So I'm gonna shoot my burst, and just watch what happens, guys. This is glorious. 2, 3, that's 3 citadels, and that is the Citadel Crisis. So, if we can make it so Andalusia and Castilla can also do this type of stuff, I think these cruisers would actually be in a pretty good spot. So, what's my verdict on the Cataluña here? I've only played 10 battles, guys, remember that. I actually think it's a really good ship, and I urge you guys to try it, and just stop here if you don't want to go through the torture of the other tiers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to keep grinding and make a video on tier 9 and 10 once I get there. My name has been Bob Loon, aka Pabloon, and I am signing out.